Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great week. It is middle of the week. Time to do, like I promised the other day, we're going to do a little demo this morning in regards to carving some small letters. You guys know, if you watched the last couple of videos, we're doing little stock signs, and we have we've got some little layout stencil templates for laying out stock signs, and I'm going to show you a little bit, maybe something that you haven't seen before, as far as they get kind of tricky sometimes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up here and do layout, and that's the part that I want to hit first. I'm going to do some carving as well, but what I've got is, I'm going to do some spraying. So I got our little Lazy Susan thing here. Now you can do what I'm going to do here. You can do with just about anything. I'm using the Lazy Susan because these boards are 4x14. These little redwood boards are 4x14. And what I want to do when I lay these out, what happens is sometimes this birch, and this may be the case when you make your layout templates too. If you use ours or yours, every once in a while you'll get one that has kind of a bow to it. I don't know, can you see that?
The front, yeah. There you go.
The front. You can see this has got a little bit of a bow, and if you try to spray that just the way it is, just lay it on the board, what's going to happen is you're going to get some lines that aren't very sharp. So this is what I've learned to do over a period of time. So now again, you could use bench cookies, you could use anything that, well, you could do this several different ways, but the way I do it is I'm just going to turn this thing sideways, and I'm going to center this. Now this board is, I think it's a full 4 inches or close to it. Yeah, close to 4 inches. These are 3.5, and everything is centered on these boards, end to end and top to bottom. So all you have to do is just kind of eyeball these layout templates on your actual board. But what I do, if you can see that, see how that has kind of a spring to it, a little bit of a bow to it. Here's what I do. I just use these little clamps. You can use any kind of clamp, really. I just use these little clamps. I clamp down both ends in the center or thereabouts. Now you still got a little bit of a bow there. What I use, you can use anything. You can use a pencil, you could use a chisel, you could use a dowel, you could use just about anything. I think I'll move my water out of the way. But I'm just going to use an old putty knife, and I'm just going to hold that right in the center so it leaves one hand free. And then when I spray that thing, now I'm spraying this with our primer. I try and get right up over the top of it. I'm still not spraying very heavy, just in short spurts. But you can see that has a little bit of a spring to it. So this just kind of holds it in place as you spray that thing. And then when you take your deal off, you've got a pretty nice sharp line to go by. So that's the only thing. You could build this up with another board, whatever. But if it's sitting flat on here, then, you know, obviously the clamp is going to cause it to kind of be tippy. So I just like to have it set whether you've got space under both ends. Just makes it a little bit easier. All right, we're going to come right back and we'll do some carving. Okay, so let's do some carving, but there's a couple things I want to mention first. First of all, most of these templates, these stencils that we're making, most of them are 1-inch letters. Both of these are 1-inch letters. Now, just looking at them, you'll think that these are much bigger than 1 inch or bigger than these, but they're actually both 1-inch letters. But it's because of the style of letter. I think this was called Lemon, and then these are a Western letter, Sand Creek Western letter. It's just the way the letter is. These are kind of a fatter letter, but they're both 1 inch high. These, I think, read a little bit better. But what I'm going to do today, what I want to show is, if you'll notice too, these were cut with 2 different cutters. This was cut with the 60-degree V-groove, and this was cut with the profile. Now, and in case you guys didn't know what those are, in case you're brand new, that's a 60-degree cutter, our 60-degree cutter, and this is, oh, let me move this down a little bit and get a better look at it. That's our profile cutter. You can see this one cuts a little bit finer line once you go very deep. Now you can cut pretty fine detail with that 60-degree cutter, but you can't cut it very deep. So what I'm going to do today, again, most of these, all of them that we have right now, there's 8 different ones, 4 from Wizard of Oz and 4 from Tombstone. But this one is the only one so far that's got 3 lines on it. And so these are 3/4 inch tall letters. So because of that, I'm going to cut these with the profile, just because I want to be able to get into those little nooks and crannies and be deep enough into those little tips and stuff, and still be deep enough that it's not going to sand out. I could cut it with a 60, but the 60, what would happen is it would cut it too wide, and I might lose some of that detail or not be able to get into some of those tight spots and be deep enough that it wouldn't sand out. So that's what we're going to do. I just wanted to kind of go over that first. I've already drawn my lines, top and bottom, my lanes. Draw my lanes. Top and bottom. And that normally I'm used to doing that because most of my letters that I cut are the Clarendon, which have straights on the top and the side and the bottom. So the top and bottom for sure. That's why I draw those lines. So it wouldn't be as necessary with these Western letters that they're all dipped at the top and the bottom, but I still do it anyway. It's just a kind of a habit, so I know exactly where I'm at. All right, let's get into this. So I don't know exactly how deep I'm going to make this. We'll see as we kind of go along. Oh, I need to put that light on there, huh?
Yeah, you need to turn your cord around.
And I need to turn the cord around. And the router base around, of course. I think we did this last time, didn't we?
You did, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that should be a better view for you guys. And I'll get my light on there. I think I left it on my little rigid router. Take that off of there. If I remember right, it worked best this way. Bear with me, guys. Sorry about that. Alright, so I'm not going to carve this whole thing, but I just want to give you guys an idea of what it's like carving little 3/4 inch letters with the profile bit. I don't know that I've ever done that actually on camera, but I think we're just about ready. I hope. Alright, here we go. That's too deep. I gotta bring it up. Actually still a little too deep. Bring it up just slightly. Okay, I think that kind of gives you guys an idea. Now what I would do, I took most of that stuff out, but those high spots in there, I'll just pop those out of there with my fingernail or a little chisel or something. Now, just so you guys know, let me see if I have I do. Let you know how deep I am with that profile bit. I am right about 1/8 of an inch. Just a hair over 1/8 of an inch. But remember too, guys, this is a profile bit that I've been using for months.
Sideways just a little.
I've been using this for months, and I probably ground it 3 or 4 times. So it's a little wider than a brand new profile bit. So with a brand new profile bit, you might be a little bit deeper than what I am right there. The more you grind those down, the wider they get. So that kind of gives you an idea on that. If you guys have any questions, again, 3/4 inch letters, I like 3/4 inch letters. They really come in handy sometimes. And we don't have them in our as a standard product on our website. If you need them, we can make them. Just let us know. But anyway, that'll give you some insight. So this I would finish up just like it is, and then spray it and sand it off. Of course, it doesn't have an edge on it yet. This is just a bare board. But anyway, I hope that helps, guys. We'll come right back with sign carvers of the day. Okay, guys, in case you were wondering, that thing I was checking the depth with.
Up just a smidge.
Up?
Up more. Yeah. A good
This is our router bit depth gauge that Dad designed. Just it goes from what, 1/16 of an inch up to 1/4 of an inch. Really simple to use. A lot of guys like to know how deep they are. For me, I don't look at depth too much. I do it more in a reference for you guys. I look more at the width. You could see even when I was carving that sign, how I backed it up. I didn't really measure depth. I measured width of cut. That's what's most important to me, as long as I'm deep enough that I know it won't sand out. So I go more by the width of the cut than the depth. But anyway, I just do that for you guys for a reference. All right, sign carvers of the day. This one's really, really cool. It looks like a big one. I don't even know. Did he tell me how big it is? No, he didn't. Joshua Loudermilk down in Texas, which all the Texas people, South Texas especially, need our prayers right now, guys. Man, some horrific things going on over there.
Oh my gosh. Says sheepdogs live
for the day
wolves come out to play.
Wolves come out to play.
That's
He's
cool.
a police officer in Texas, so that makes sense.
Oh, he's probably busy.
Yeah, he's probably
Stay
very.
safe,
I don't know
buddy.
what part of Texas he's in, but watch your 6, buddy. All right, so great job, Joshua. I love that sign, and that burnt look is really really getting popular. All right, next sign carver of the day. This one's got some great graphics on it. Michael McDonald.
Wow. See if I can get a zoom up close on that. That's really cool.
There's some terrific stuff. It's just, and I'm looking through the stack of sign carvers of the day. You guys just amaze me all the time. Just some absolute humongous talent. So he made this for his dentist, by the way. So maybe that'll get you free fill. Who knows? That is about it. Thank you guys so much. It appears that, based on the comments, appears you guys kind of like the success stories, so we're going to be doing some more of those. We're going to be doing another demo on Friday. I'm kind of putting it together right now, but it'll be a little bit different than what we've done before if it all works out. So I hope you guys can join us. Hope you guys are having a great week. Those of you down in South Texas, our prayers and thoughts are with you. Just horrific what's going on down there. So I guess if there's a positive, that it seems like communities and people are coming together to help people, which is pretty amazing. All the political stuff is kind of set aside. People are just helping people, and that's the way it should be all the time. Anyway, I'll jump off that soapbox for a minute. Thanks again, guys. We appreciate it. Give us a thumbs up if you like this. Remember, any questions, any comments, anything that we can help with, let me know. Eric at makeawwoodsign.com or VickyWithDaveSigns@gmail.com. Wow, I said that without taking a breath.
Yeah.
Woo! All right, guys. We'll see you guys on Friday. Have a great week. Bye-bye.